Hi, I'm Achintya. I'm going to show you how OneGrep can help optimize your observability costs with zero code and give your engineers the critical insights that they need without struggling with dashboards or obtuse search queries. Let's go ahead and click on the Insights tab. And we can see here that OneGrep will already give us insights about how we can mute noisy observability. We can see here that OneGrep has presented us with a mute insight for this particular signal, and it's deemed that this signal is noisy and is taking up 10% of all of our volume. Rather than re-instrumenting or writing code, let's actually just go ahead and click this Approve and Enable button. And let's do it for a few more. Now, let's go and take a look at Datadog and see what happened. Okay, great. It's been a few minutes, and those insights that we previously opted into have now taken into effect. And we can see that the amount of telemetry coming into Datadog has perceptibly reduced. And all it took was a few clicks. No code and no re-instrumentation needed. Now let's go back to OneGrep. Once you're back in OneGrep, you can actually see how effective those insights that you previously opted into are. And we can see that this insight, for instance, has already filtered out nearly 20,000 events. That's pretty incredible. Just as easily as opting into insights that OneGrep has presented to you, engineers can also create their own insights on OneGrep simply by going to the Create Insight tab. And you might have already gathered that by having engineers interact with OneGrep and telling OneGrep what telemetry they find important, they're effectively training OneGrep on the telemetry that they need to answer critical operational questions. So now let's see what OneGrep can do with what it's learned from our engineers. So what we're going to do now is actually simulate one of our services pushing telemetry that might indicate that an incident is happening. And we can see that immediately OneGrep has taken the last batch of telemetry and noticed that something is potentially wrong. So rather than going to Datadog and looking through a bunch of dashboards or waiting for an alert to come through, an engineer can come directly to OneGrep. They can hit this More Details button, and they can see already that OneGrep is telling them why it thinks an incident is happening. It's given them an estimated severity, told them about the services that it thinks could have been affected, as well as gives them deep links to analyze the data further. Let's actually go one step further and ask it why it thinks that this is an incident. So we can see here that OneGrep has analyzed that the latest snapshot of telemetry is actually very similar to an incident that happened earlier. It's giving us an explanation of what happened last time and even tells us how we resolved it previously, giving engineers the tools that they need to quickly find out how to resolve a problem. Let's actually go one step further and tell OneGrep that we want to disable all of our telemetry optimizations because we need absolutely all the data that we can possibly have to resolve this incident. Let's click this button. So we can see that OneGrep has now disabled all of those optimizations that we previously applied for cost. Let's go and see what happened to Datadog. So this is pretty cool. After OneGrep recognized that there was an incident and we told it to disable optimizations, it actually just dynamically opened that telemetry pipe to let everything through so we can get all the signal we need to fix the problem that we have. So now, actually, let's ask OneGrep for recommendations on how to fix our problems. And we can see here that it is already giving us a number of recommendations on how to fix our particular problem, including recognizing that this is probably a memory leak issue. And now, let's actually simulate that our service is back in a good state, and let's see what OneGrep does. That's pretty great. So it already recognized that the latest snapshot of telemetry indicates that the incident is no longer a problem, and it's gone ahead and re-enabled all those insights we previously asked it to enable. And it's going back and filtering new events that are coming in. Let's take a look again. And we can see here in Datadog that telemetry volume is again back down to its optimized state. So what we showed here is that OneGrep helps engineers immediately make changes to their observability pipeline with minimal effort, but also give them the critical answers that they need to resolve incidents while remaining optimized.